But because we have this generation of, we're coming from single mothers, we are coming from broken homes, we're coming from fathers being incarcerated, we did not get to see that. Or if we did see it, it's the grandparents. And then that's that whole, they were coming from that generation where we see that the wives, they stayed, but they stayed because they didn't have access, not because they were in love, and not because they felt a calling from the Lord to be married and walk in oneness. And so then it's like, well, yeah, we see their marriage, we see grandma and grandpa marriage, but we know that's a sham, and we know,
Yeah.
they just together just to be together. And so,
Well, what I was gonna say when you said that was that in some aspects, yes, it was a sham, but I think also too the pridefulness in us sometimes won't actually look at it and be like, well, while it may have been a sham, there was also some benefit to that as well.
yeah,
Because I mean, call it what you want to, but sham if it was or if it wasn't, but there was still a benefit to it in an aspect that may have been a family unit that
yeah,
in some aspects were successful. I mean,
for sure.
yeah, there may not have been love there, but but I don't want to go on rabbit trail. But one of the things that I feel like oftentimes happens to people who are waiting for the Lord to receive their spouse is that they grow weary. I know for myself, I was telling my wife, over the years that before I met my wife, I had gotten to a point in my life where I was like, you know what, I'm just cool if it's just me and the Lord. But I think that I got to a point where I was content if it was just me and the Lord. Like I wasn't
Yeah.
so desperate that I was out there like we was talking about today. We just came from a friend's house. We were all having dinner, and he was saying how he had said to his wife, like because they're like in their mid-40s. He's like, and they got married when they were like in their early
Early
20s.
20s, yeah.
But he was just saying how I don't know, what I would be doing. He said, I feel sorry for sometimes when I see young men and young women who are 40 some years old and they desire marriage because they come off at times being kind of desperate in what they wear or what they're doing. He was like, I don't know if I was in my late 30s or early 40s and I had a desire to be married. I don't know what I would be out here doing. So I think that sometimes there's a layer of desperation that we get to, and in our desperation, we start doing things that we normally wouldn't do if we wasn't desperate. But I think for me, in wanting a wife, yes, I grew weary and that I would never, well, not never, I won't say never, but it felt as if I would never get a wife. But I didn't grow weary in the fact that I became desperate and just chased anything that was walking that was cute or good on the eye. That aspect of it, I didn't grow weary. But yeah, I did grow weary to the point where I was like, Lord, I'm just cool if it's just me and you. And I think a lot of people who are actually, dating with the intent of marriage or desiring to date with the intention of marriage, if you're at that point, you're not alone. A lot of people who are married felt the same way. We actually know a couple who got married when they were in their 40s. So it's like there's still hope,